Did Ash finally catch Latias, or did he actually catch Latios instead? Let's talk about Pokemon Journeys episode 146, Ash and Latios. So the episode begins with the exact same shot of the last episode, having Latias telepathically show what's going on with Latios, and in the process making Infernape and Hawlucha the only two Ash Pokemon besides Pikachu to physically appear in more than one episode in this miniseries. After being told where Latios is, the gang follows Latias, riding on Brock's Steelix, and that was a pretty cool way to utilize Steelix. I'm always happy to see Steelix again. As they're heading towards Latios, Latias shows everyone the danger that Latios is going through, and that really motivates them to hurry up and go save him. Ash helps to calm down Latias, and then it cuts to us seeing the trio members one at a time, vowing to be legendary Team Rocket members by themselves. It was really great to see them again just 6 minutes in runtime after they were supposedly splitting up. Night falls and Latias is still worried about Latios. We get an iconic scene of Brock cooking supper and Ash, Brock, and Misty talking, really reminiscing of the original series. The next morning, immediately Latios sends a message to Latias and everyone rushes over. We get to see the poacher chasing something down, riding on his Hydreigon. Fun fact, every poacher so far in the anime has used a pseudo-legendary on their team, and this guy continues a trend. They've also had at least one dark type, and they tend to carry bugs too. Anyways, it turns out that this poacher is actually following Ash and Latias, and they head towards a cave. In the depths of this cave, we see Latios waiting for them over water, and he immediately goes the offensive after seeing Ash as a human, and therefore probably an enemy. Despite warnings from Latias, it seems that Latios was enraged and goes to attack anyways. A cool throwback to the Tobias battle as Pikachu immediately goes to attack Latios with his Iron Tail to protect everyone. After being calmed down by Latias and Pikachu, all seems well until a Dragon Pulse comes out of nowhere hitting Latias, Latios, and Pikachu. Misty and Brock go to throw Pokeballs to go help, but he fires a skill shot knocking out their Pokeballs, which I thought was a pretty cool scene. They all try to break free from Hydreigon's grasp, and Ash does what Ash does best, resort to physical violence, instead of, I don't know, using one of his many Pokemon. The Hunter finally gets a shot off and hits Latias, turning her into stone much like Hunter J's gun from the past. While the Hunter is escaping, we get another callback where Ash sends out his Swellow to go follow him. Swellow was of course also used against Tobias' Latios. Ash convinces Latios once again that he's there to help Latias and gets on its back to go chase down the Hunter. Swellow is basically soloing the Hunter at this point, being a great distraction as Ash and Latios finally catch up to him. Then for no reason, poor Swellow also gets turned into stone too. He didn't even try to dodge it. Steelix fires off a Rock Blast to try and stop the fleeing Hunter, but he also gets turned into stone. Pikachu finally breaks the Hunter's gun with an Iron Tail, which frees all the Pokemon that were previously turned into stone. Ash and Latios then team up with Ash literally commanding it in battle, and they eventually defeat the Hunter for good. After being arrested, Ash sees Latios and Latias off, and Latios is still a little uneasy around humans, I guess. In an epic conclusion, we get to return to Alto Mare from the Latios movie, and we even get to see Bianca, which I thought was a cool touch. I thought this was a really good episode, but I really hated how fast this ended. They kind of built up this mini Latias story arc throughout the last 10 or so episodes, just for the climax to end so quickly. They didn't even actually get to Latios until the halfway point of this episode, and then after that it kind of just ended quickly. That being said, just about everything in this episode was great. The OST was so good, the Hunter character today was also really well designed and interesting. His Hydreigon was super strong and honestly a very good antagonist Pokemon. I did randomly not like how Latios sounded, but at least Latias was as cute as ever. It was cool to see Ash commanding the Latios in battle, and they made for a fantastic team. It would have been nice to see Misty do something other than just give moral support, because after the Pokeballs got knocked down, Brock ended up using Steelix again, but Misty kinda just gave up on that front. I did think that it was fun to see Alto Mare again, and it totally makes sense with the connection that it had with the Lati twins. I'll be giving this episode a solid 8 out of 10. I really wish they dragged out the climax a bit more with all the build-up they had to it. They did sprinkle a lot of great references, fantastic OST, and the animation was top notch. We have just one episode left in Pokemon Journeys and the finale of Ash's story, and I'm so excited to see what next week brings. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, subscribe if you haven't already, but yeah.